Hello and welcome. Let's continue on within part 2 and trading ratios and making a spreadsheet and using it. And let's continue on. I have 4 different tabs: portfolio, LITECOIN, and I've copied and pasted this, but we're going to put 3 more in, so we'll do that. The data value, which, this is something that should be on the right hand side. This main one here, this is the main sheet, so this probably should be on the left hand side. I'm going to rename it. Let's rename it. We'll just call it the main. And we'll put this on the left hand side. If it'll go move. I don't know why it's not moving. There we go. Move it and then move again. There we go. And I'm going to move, well, it's going to be like this. So, now why is there nothing on the main? There we go. Control Z is undo. Okay, there we have it. Now let's move on, and we've got all this set up, but we're going to need more. We have the LITECOIN. Let's go on within BCH. Now we've already got the BCH LITECOIN, so that's what first one will have 4. This one's going to have 3 crossings. The next one will have 2, and the last one will have 1. In fact, I'll put the last 3 on one page. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste like this here to start. And we've already done Bitcoin Cash and LITECOIN, so now let's do Bitcoin Cash and GRS. It's going to always work out for this one here. It's going to be a quarter plus the sum. Now as far as GRS, I have 894 here. Why do I have 894? Well, I took the ownership of what I had, which is 3,579, and I divided it by 4. Same thing with all of these. And I round it down. So therefore, we'll go in here, and GRS was 894. So I'm just going to go in here, go GRS Holdings. And I'm just going to switch this number up to 894. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste again. I'm just going to switch just quickly. Change the size of these in here. Don't need them as big as they are. I'll have a separator space here. And now it's going to be Bitcoin Cash and OK Cash. And the LITECOIN, or the OK Holdings, we're going to do for each one is in, or for GRS Holdings, 1491. And then move on to another one. This should be in my paste clipboard. Yep. We'll do XBY for the final one. On BHCH, that is. And even in here, you're going to want to change the things like that. Actually, this would be okay in here. This would be GRS. And there we have it. And then we're going to need some other things like last trades, which we'll get to in a little bit when we actually do trades. But actually, we'll do that before we do trades. But we're going to need the price. Well, in here, what's the Bitcoin XBY ratio? I'm just going to equals this in here. Oh, we have to fix that because of the sizing, 5-digit code. Bitcoin Cash, okay. Same thing there. And the GRS ratio, probably the same thing again. Actually, not really. So, easy thing to do to fix that. There we go. We can see it now. And we'll add a news tab. This one will be, we'll call this the remainder, or the others. So we've already done all the Bitcoin Cash and the Litecoin crossings. So we just got GRS XBY, GRS OK, and OK XBY. So let's go GRS XBY. We'll get the ratio. Didn't want to. I'm pushing. I'm trying to push equals, and I'm pushing the key beside me when I do that. Alrighty. So we'll get the ratio there. We'll switch this up to and that one is done. So now we're going to do GRS and OK. Which is the 167. And I want to make sure that's all capitals. And the final one would be that of OK and XBY. And we'll take that there, and there it is for the 590. So as far as the holdings are concerned on each one, GRS XBY, well, GRS is 894. $894 for XBY actually. I think I have to get these ones too as well, because we got GRS at 894. This is OK Cash 1491. Is that correct? Yep, and XBY is 8793. So 8793. Let me just write it in here. The GRS is 1491, or okay, actually this would be 894. So going back just to fix all these numbers in here, this is supposed to be BCH Holdings here, and then OK Holdings there. Okay, good. So let's just copy and paste this now. I've already done that actually. Okay, didn't need to do that, but anyway, let's go GSR Holdings. So that's 894 plus the sum. And the XBY is 8793 plus the sum. And here we got GRS, so we do the same thing. I'm going to go 894. OK is in at 1491. So 1491 again here. And then the 8793 here. Okay, so all of these are now set up. I mean, the centering on here is like whatever for now, but we'll get that fixed in time. As far as last trade is concerned, for now, when I start, I always put the opening price in that to start. So we'll put 983 here. The ratio here is 167. And I'm going to put this in manually. Bitcoin Cash. Just and so on. And big numbers I'll just round like that. And then last trade here. Decimals, of course, I'll put in for ones like 10.16. And we're going to need this one here. So LITECOIN XBY. And there we have it for the last trade. So now we got this. In the main page, what I want to put in here, we got the ratio here. So we'll say current price here and last trade. So let's put last even. So Bitcoin Cash LITECOIN, I would go like this. I'm going to go to the LITECOIN section. And on last trade, I'm just going to equal that. So when I manually put that in, it's just going to do that. So Bitcoin Cash GRS, if I go to that, I know it's in the Bitcoin Cash section. And it is right there. And so on and so forth. I'll pause the tape after this one to the final one, but you can see it's the same thing for every single one. And I could maybe put this in a centering format because it looks better. I also like to see how the markets do from last trade. So since what I'm going to do is equals max of the two numbers divided by the minimum of the two numbers and subtract 1. And we'll put that into format cells and we'll go percentage base. And all of these are going to be pretty much near the 0 number because it's right on that price, as we can see here. Put this into a centering fashion as well, and it looks like we're pretty much ready to do the first day of trading on here. But not yet, because we got to make sure that this is automatically going to add up. So in here, we're going to add some more extras. Let's go. We'll go LTC, BCH. Okay. I should have all 5 of these, or all of them memorized by now, because there's not too many of them. What's the last one now? Okay, Cash, GRS, Bitcoin Cash, LITECOIN. And XBY. So in here, this is just going to be a matter of adding the sums of everything. So this plus sum here. Plus sum of I should have 4 of them on here. Why do I only have 3? 1, 2. Okay. Well, I have done the sums of columns Q and BB. So I want to get all the sums in here. So this is BB, Q, and okay, I just want to make sure this is right again. Looks like it's column BB. It shouldn't even be that first. So column B, column Q, and column L. Well, we'll have to do column G as well. And I'm going to test this as well. So that's 0. Okay, good. But now let's put in some numbers in here. If I put a 1 in here, does this bring in 1? Yes, it does. Let's bring in 2 more here. Does this bring it to 3? It does. Let's go minus 1.5. Does it go to 1.5? It does. And let's go 7. Does it go up to like 8.5? Or actually, no. Did I add it twice there? Okay, so that's column B. This is why I test it. And I like it. I can see in here the bigger letters in here. So L, Q, plus some LTC, B. Some LTC. Okay, so B1 dot, no, B8 dot B 4400. Didn't work. Let me just put a number back in. That's why. Now it's working. Okay, so the Litecoin value is showing all of the increases fine. Let's do the same thing with Bitcoin Cash. So we'll first go to this one here, add in this to 1300, plus the sum of all the ones on this side. Okay, I'm just add a bunch of numbers, 1400 plus the sum of this one. This one's going smoother. And the sum of this one. Okay, so we'll do the test again. And the one there is there, if that's correct. Let's go 2 here. Mixed numbers should be 3. It is. Let's go -5. Should go -2 now. And it is. And then in here, 7 should bring this up to 5. So all that's good. OK cash equals the sum of the OK part in here, which is this. It should be named differently, which we'll do in a second. Okay, so we'll add the sum of the other 3. So the next one would come in the Bitcoin Cash section, which is right in here. Plus the sum of the other 2, which would be in the others. So this one has to be renamed again. We'll just do this one here for OK. And this one here. So we'll go back to the others again and just put the right name in. And then I'm just going to test manually. I'm going to test off recording like I did before and add the rest of them the same way. And now it is all completed, ready to go. And what we're going to do is move on to a day number 1. And you know, just so I can know what the date is easy, I'm pretty sure it was every 3 or 4 days. But I know it started at 8:01, and I'll find out with my other spreadsheet because Let's find where it was. Every 4 days. Okay. Right on. So 4 days later would be August the 5th. So 4 days go by, almost 100 hours. And I've done all this, so now I'm just going to simply, every single time, it's just a copy and paste that I need to do. So as we would move on, the portfolio 3170. Let's do a paste. And now the portfolio is at 3278. There are the values. And Bitcoin Cash took a huge hit. As we can see, all of these trades in here. Basically, on this day, that's all you're trading is Bitcoin Cash. You're going to be buying more of it. Now, probably what a lot of people should have done was sell it from the start and do trades then, but we're not going to do it that way. So you've had markets like double, where you can be like, you know what, I can almost take half of what I got and make a trade. So in 804, the ratio of 4.4, I got 2.6, so I can go like 1.3 Litecoin, which would be about this divided by 4.4, 0.295. So what I would do is I put in last trade of 441, and now Bitcoin Cash is up to 0.5454, and I only got 1.35 Litecoin here now. So let's go to Bitcoin Cash here against GRS. And I want this left-handed because I cannot stand it when this row is on the left-hand side. I'll probably do that for all of them now that I think about it. So anyway, GRS, you'd have 894, so maybe you go like 420. Okay, we got a ratio of 1488 to 1. So 420 divided by be 0.282, say. And then I'd put last trade in 1489. Now Bitcoin Cash against OK. And after I'm done this, I'm just going to, after pausing the tape, just automatically left to sort every single date on here. 1,409 you own, so let's go 700. And with the ratio at 2,500 or so, I would get about 0.28 of these. With last trade at 25. And 4,000 we'll say here equals 4,000 divided by 15,438. I get about 0.259. And now, after all this is done, I didn't do, got to write in. Oh, I didn't write in 15 manually here. That's why we have all that. So now all in here, none of this is, everything is fine and dandy. Let's move on to 809. So the next day would come in, or 4 days later rather. And let's get the data in here. And I haven't done this in advance to know where the prices are going to go. But we see a lot of big, again, the Bitcoin Cash in here. Now it's Bitcoin Cash going up. These 15%, maybe for now I can be like, you know what, maybe I'll try to get a better price next week or next 4 days from now. And again, just focus on the Bitcoin Cash. And I haven't sorted this yet, but so now in this case, you own 0.54. It's decent size. Maybe you want to do maybe a portion. Again, what was the percentage? Maybe you're looking at like, well, because Litecoin, it's only 43%. So maybe I only want to go like maybe 0.13. So with the ratio at 6.34, it would be equals 6.34 divided by negative this. And I'd end up getting, no I wouldn't. I would get 13% of this multiply this. So I get 0.82. Let's say 0.82. And I'll just copy and paste this like that for now. Put in 631 for last trade. So now that's back in there. So now I got 72% for Bitcoin Cash GRS. So ownership of 400 and or 0.5. So maybe go like 17. And for that, that would be equals this multiply this, and we'll go 437. The 0.44 we'll just deem as rake. So here's a spot where I'm getting more GRS back and nowhere near the amount that it would have been in here. So a good trade there. And then we would have Bitcoin Cash and XBY. So we'll do this, the percentage move here, 60%, pretty good. So let's go ahead and take like say 19 sound or 0.16 sounds good. Equals this multiply negative this to make it positive. I get somewhere around 4,030, we'll say. We'll call the 8 or so rake. And then the final one would be the 50% move on Bitcoin Cash and OK Cash. And we'll probably go around the same thing, maybe 0.19 will go equals this multiply negative this, so 715. And 37.63 is last trade. So now we could do some of these trades in here. At 15%, it's pretty good. But given the volatility that it's being high right now and the fact you're going 4 days as it is anyway, that's really not the greatest of moves anyway. Portfolio in here, we can see Bitcoin's worth 11, Litecoin's worth 44, Bitcoin Cash 302. That's because you just sold some of it. And it's going to be normal in this type of trading game, where these numbers can go fluctuate up and down, but the whole purpose should bring this higher. Okay, so now let's do another final day to end the second part. And we'll continue on again. And the next part, I'm going to have all the centering, all the left-handed, a little bit better of a look, but not much better. We can see in here that the price would have went up to 4,000, from 33 to 4,000. So the portfolio, which was at 3,300, it's still worth 3,300 almost. Coin's looking like to go down a bit. So what are the biggest move right here is this 49. Litecoin and XBY, it went higher, which means that Litecoin is overperforming that of XBY. And I'm going to change the date in here, 8/13. I'm going to have to do that manually. That's fine. So we have 2.65 Litecoin, a decent sized move. So let's maybe go like negative 0.77. And with that being that, we can do that multiply negative equals that multiply negative that, which is about 39.65. We'll do with rake. And the ratio is not working here. Well, it is, but it's not. Because it's in a negative number, it should be positive. So I would go equals this divided by negative this, and there's your positive number. Okay, that one's done. We got this 31% lurking around here. Bitcoin Cash and XBY, it's going up. That's Bitcoin Cash overperforming XBY. So let's go find that. And our third trade. So we own 0.34. Let's go like 0.09 maybe. Not as much as before, but not as big of a move. And we'll do equals this, multiply negative this to get an approximate number. 2960 I'll go. And then right in here, the last trade. So what else do we have on the horizon? 27% for GRS XBY and OK Cash XBY. You know what, 27 is pretty good. We'll take that as well too. So that's in the others, GRS XBY. 8/13 is the date. And this is here. So owning that of 894 GRS. I'm going to want to sell maybe, I don't know, 175, 200 of them. So let's just go 200 equals this. We'll divide it, or multiply it rather, by this in here, which means that we will accumulate 2,500 of these things. I'm going to ratio is on the wrong side, so this divided by negative that, which we'll put in at 12.5. All right, so there we have it. We'll just keep these other ones available for one more period and see if they become better, but we'll do that in the next video. And there's nothing wrong with taking this and taking all four of them, really, if you wanted to. But you can also get a bigger move. What happens is, let's assume that this, and all four of the same example though. This one here, 20% differential. If this goes up to 800-900, you can get a better trade next time. Anything much north of 700. But if this falls to 600, you lost out. And if this falls to 500 or even 400, you lost out again because it would have been a better trade going from 700 to 4 compared to 587 to that of 4. I will put in what the prices will be coming in. I'm not going to do the trades here. So we'll copy and paste this in. And this is where you'd be manually putting these in yourself, or you have it automatically done via whichever form. And now we got a lot of big moves. LITECOIN XBY, and we can see it actually went down. So you lost out on that. And I didn't know what's going to happen because I can't remember. And I'm just going to play the numbers like this. So when we start off the next video, you'd be trading XBY for LITECOIN. You'd be selling XBY, buying LITECOIN. 96% selling XBY to buy GRS. This one here, selling XBY to buy OK. And then you got these ones. Maybe you pass on the 25% one, but here we have selling, this was higher, selling Bitcoin Cash to buy OK, selling Bitcoin Cash to buy GRS, and selling Bitcoin Cash to buy LITECOIN. And that's how we'll start the next video off. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.